Hey guys, Brent Hull, Wednesday design video. Got one today, kind of that modern farmhouse we've been working on and talking about, and how lifeless they can be, and how infusing classical and traditional architectural details really make a big difference. 2% here, 5% there, all of a sudden it's 30, 40, 50% better. Check it out, let me know what you guys think. Doing a modern farmhouse series, and this is a farmhouse project that I did a little bit ago. But look what happens when you add in traditional elements over kind of a modern design. And the problem is traditionalism has kind of lost its luster because we've forgotten how to do the traditional details. And so all I'm going to do really is fix the traditional details on this house, and I'll show you kind of how we're going to fix it. One, this mass, okay, this garage over here is way too big. I want to reduce it in scale and kind of bring it down. It doesn't need to be that big, and by making it subordinate to the main house, I think helps this thing. It looks like a, I don't know, almost a commercial building, the way it's so big and large, and bringing it down in scale, or at least that piece of it, really helps. Two, you notice I played around with the windows. It's kind of a common theme that I've elevated these lower windows. I've made them a little bit bigger. I've added a decorative element over top, okay, and I think it helps them quite a bit. You know, part of it just is the rendering in here is that, you know, these should be double hung windows, and it looks like, yeah, they have these as casement windows. Don't do that. I mean, anyway, it's just, look what happens. It just draw a little line in there, and already it looks better. It's just the proportions help already. So going back with the traditional double hung window really helps. I've played with the shutters in that I've given them a panel treatment, and notice upstairs I have louvered shutters. The idea being that in the summer you'd have bedrooms where you could leave the windows open and the shutters would block the light but allow the air in. And then of course the main thing is this front entry. I'm giving it kind of a traditional appeal again. That hipped roof really isn't appropriate for this style house. They've got the tube columns, right? And so I'm going to elevate these columns and give them emphasis. Change the architectural details around the door, just brought that panel down a little bit so that it reads more as a front door. But, you know, just a few little things, and this really, I think, looks a lot better. Notice the other thing I did is I played with, and I've had these other videos about these pork chop ends. And the pork chop end is when they come down instead of doing a gable end return there. And so doing the gable end return here, and then doing a pilaster, an engaged pilaster, and bringing the cornice down a little bit is going to help these things. So instead of having siding above this, I'm bringing down my entablature, basically my trim right over top of those windows, helps out. So a lot of little things I'm doing in here that I think help. And then if you look over on the side, and this is kind of really where, you know, you see the difference between the old and the new, is that, you know, there's the side view of the house, and the way I'm treating these porches. One, putting in real columns in there really helps that feel like a side porch. Without those things, with just these splendid little poles without any kind of entablature. Notice I've got an architrave and a frieze and a cornice where they just have a board here. So, you know, introducing, you can see those lines here, introducing these architectural elements really helps elevate this, change the roof to from the shingle roof to a raised seam metal roof really helps. And then the front entry is better. It just, you know, it has more architectural oomph, looks a little bit better. And then of course, I don't have the pork chop ends. I've got the engaged pilasters. I've got a gable end return that looks better. So, you know, a bunch of small things, you know, if you just like, I just changed the columns. But if you do 8 of those things, it really does make a big difference. Let me know what you guys think. Okay guys, what did you think? Better? I know it was better, so I don't even have to ask, right? A lot of cool things, but realize the importance of just a properly scaled column, right? And a beam over a porch. It fixed the front door, it fixed the side porch, so many of those things, and gable end returns. If I was gonna fix only 2 or 3 things on that job, those 2 things alone would have improved it and made it better. Managing all the scale, managing all that stuff. Hope you guys appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Anybody just thumbs down, I know that you weren't watching. So I'm Brent Hull, thanks for watching.